You know what? At this point, I think the JJS team is at a stage where they're really starting to focus on innovating the game and expanding its fun side even more. Well, they always have. But what I mean is they're not only focusing on battlegrounds or new characters anymore, they're also putting effort into game modes and quality of life features, you know? I mean, Z has already shared with the community that he's been working on some game modes behind the scenes. I even tested it myself, and I'm going to show you that a little later in this video. So stick around.
Oh my God.
Also, Z also has shared with the community that he's been working on some game modes behind the scenes, and he's even asked for ideas on what kind of modes people would enjoy. So we're going to go over some of those ideas and talk about the possibility of them being added to the game, maybe even in the next update. All right, as I said in my last video, I'll be picking 3 random people to give away a Game Pass. Of course, I'll be doing that right now. So here we go. Congratulations to those who got picked, and thanks for supporting my channel. Anyway, so for this next update, the first thing we might actually get is some changes to the roulette system. If you're not in the Discord, Z asked the community whether the roulette should randomly pick a game mode instead of being voted on. And it looks like most people favored the random option. So yeah, it's probably heading in that direction in the next update. Then there's this other idea. From what I understand, he's trying to create some kind of boss rush game mode, possibly using workshop movesets for the bosses. It's kind of like a final showdown, but with more variety and fun. I can tell because I actually tested it myself earlier when Z dropped the public testing link, so I'll show you more of that later and talk about how the mechanics might work. Now, what's even more interesting, and honestly got me more excited, is this next concept. It's called the Shibuya Incident Mode. From what it looks like, it's going to be a continuous boss fight, but this time with actual NPC bosses that have original JJS movesets instead of workshop ones. If this happens, it might work in rounds, where each round has a different boss. On your team, which represents the sorcerers, you might have to pick one player to act as the boss or team leader, basically a tank-type role for the team, according to Z. And man, that's a really fun idea. It might not come out in the next update, but the fact that it's already being considered is a really good sign. Hopefully we get to experience it soon. Honestly, there's a lot in the pipeline right now. There's even talk about a Culling Games style mode being added. If you've watched the anime, you already know how exciting that could be. It's kind of like a battle royale with a point-based system, which would be really fun in JJS. Now, just to be clear, I'm not confirming any of this. I'm just sharing what Z has been talking about in Discord lately, but you can already see the direction the game is heading. It's expanding. It's not just about new characters, new movesets, build mode, or skill builder anymore. It's really starting to innovate on the gameplay side too. Now, besides all that I said about the new game modes, we might also get an actual new character, and I really think it's going to be someone from the Culling Games again. A lot of people are speculating it's Kashimo, and I can't blame them. Z has been posting Kashimo-related stuff lately, and if it is Kashimo, then I'll be damn happy, not gonna lie. But if it's not, I still think it could be Uro. I'm sticking with my guess for who's coming next, and honestly, that wouldn't be a bad choice either. So yeah, now back to that public testing of the game mode Z hosted earlier. I'll show you some of the highlights and how I think it might work once it officially drops. Check this out. If you watch all the way through, you'll get a clear understanding of the mode. It's not complicated. It's actually very straightforward and fun overall.
Oh, hell no!
はできている。Oh my god。
すべてを捨て去った。むき出しの。
Now at this moment, I didn't really know if this was a player dressed as Dagon with a custom workshop moveset, or an actual boss that's part of the testing, or something like that. But from what I can see, this boss has a full Dagon moveset. It even has its domain expansion too. Now in this other game mode, I became the boss. I guess it's because I dealt the most damage in the previous boss fight. Now all of a sudden, I just became the boss with some, I don't even know what moveset this is, and I basically turned into an enemy. Everyone just jumped straight into my face and I couldn't even move.